Hello everyone, the Zinnie Show here. Today, we're playing Hitman World of Assassination. If you enjoyed today's video, write out your name on your panini, take a picture of it, and leave it in the president's mailbox. The story will inevitably make national headlines and spread the news of my great channel. In today's episode, we answered the long-awaited question, what if everyone on a level was a target? I have been informed by the most trusted American government agency, the CIA, that the town has been taken over by a terrorist organization called the Fortnite Ninja Clan. The organization being headed by some old-ass bum-ass man called Janus and his right-hand man, Nolan Cassidy. However, everyone in this town works for the Shadow organization, so they must be taken out. Once I load into the level, I run to my right and get behind one of my targets, where I pull out my high-powered suppressed assault rifle and put several bullets into his skull. One target down, 174 to go, I think. Once I am done with him, I run towards an arms deal disguised as a bake sale and put several pieces of ammunition into all three participants of this illegal arm deal, terrorist scum. Once I am done with those three terrorists, I hide in a bush behind a corrupt police officer. I have been informed by the head of the CIA that this man sells crack to 4-year-olds. By the way, I was also a test subject for MKUltra. However, I am definitely 100% fine and have not been altered in any way. Against my back the blue political beliefs, I am forced to make the hard decision to gun down a true American hero, a postal service worker. Fuck the police, my boys at the postal service don't get enough respect. I'm also forced to gun down the man he's talking to. However, both are terrorists, so they must be eliminated. Once I am done mourning the loss of the postal service worker, and jacking off to the corpse, I move over to a construction site and begin to gun down the 3 individuals over there. 2 were police officers, so I don't mourn their losses. I also shoot a construction worker who was very conveniently building an improvised explosive device. I then make my way into the backyard of some house and find a gardener, who I gun down because he was raising an army of grass to take over our great country. I then realized he was carrying a suppressed pistol. Stay strapped or get clapped. However, in this case, he got clapped. Huge L for this guy. I then move to lockpick this gate. However, because I cannot make any decisions, I turn around and attempt to shoot some old bitch through her kitchen window. However, I miss both shots, so I am forced to run inside of the house to gun both her and her assistant down. However, I get shot at by another gardener who's also strapped. However, I clap both him and later the body's cheeks, and damn, I lasted about 2 entire seconds. I then open a gate that connects this property to another and sneak inside, finding 3 guards who I am very easily able to Call of Duty montage clip them. Yep, this is definitely going in the Zinnie Show montage 1. Take the L. Once I leave the property, I find some nonce standing outside of it who looks to be analyzing the area for young children. I can't take this, so I attempt to punch him in the face. Turns out he's a guard because you can't engage in hand-to-hand combat with normal civilians. I then put a bullet in his skull, take his gun, and kill a witness. I think he should be allowed to be a guard, however, don't put him in an elementary school. I then make my way towards what seems to be a rally for a local politician, where I gun down all the attendees with my suppressed pistol. I also change into the assistant's clothes so I can analyze the body. Me and Dahmer aren't so different after all. I am then cornered by multiple guards and I am almost gunned down. However, I am able to equip my assault rifle in time, gun down the enemies, and make my great escape. That was a close one. I'm gonna have to be more careful from now on. I begin running behind the houses and I find a man who seems to be having a deep conversation with his fence. Because of this public showing of schizophrenia, I am forced to shoot him multiple times in the face. Get back on your meds, you silly goose. I then run away from the scene of the crime and find another man with schizophrenia. This time he's talking to his door though. I then run up behind a construction worker and like a true politician, I gun him down. Though this time, it's literal and not metaphorical. I'm truly beginning to understand what it means to be a politician in America. Vote for me in 2024. I then find a construction worker who attempts to run away from me, and like an American soldier in Syria, I commit a war crime as I gun down a fleeing civilian. However, I get access to a pair of car keys which I assume is for the van next to me. I then run inside of a bush and shoot the person standing outside of it with my striker, causing him to fly away. I then begin a spree of shooting people with my striker, finding it sort of funny how ridiculously powerful this pistol is. I mean seriously, why does it cost the person you shoot at to literally fly 2 meters into the air? I then run behind this shack and shoot the police officer in front of me. I then run up to this nurse and punch him in the face. I attempt to dump him in the water to get a drowning kill, but for some reason, you can't do that. Literally 1984, thanks Biden. In my rage, I shoot the unconscious body multiple times, causing it to fall into the lake. However, I still won't get my drowning kill, which causes me to continue my shooting spree. These terrorists won't know what hit them. As I take on the terrorists, I get into a fight with the security guard who's dressed like a white dad playing golf at a country club. And because those people are always Republican, he's strapped. However, I am able to clap him. I then do unspeakable things with the corpse in the bushes. That's the third time today, but I just can't help myself. I then run on the porch belonging to this old man and clock him in the jaw with my fist. I then begin to drag his body to the nearby dump truck. However, on the way, I see a woman running away like an absolute fag, but because I'm gay, I can't aim straight, causing me to miss every shot. I then hit a shot, and instead of running away, she just kind of stands there. Huge W for me, L women, as always. I then drag the old man's body to the dump truck, dump him inside, and then turn on the compressor, killing him instantly. W me. As I am running down the sidewalk, I find a man who seems to be washing his Ford F-150. Only men that are compensating for something else drive one of those. Because of this, we have a penis fencing fight where I win easily and he dies of shame. However, because of this, two guards begin shooting at me and I am forced to hide behind this gay ass car. I mean seriously, you went to a car dealership and this was the car you chose? Ignore the fact you're a terrorist. You need to die because you have horrible taste in automobiles. I then run towards the construction site from earlier and realize there's a cop there. As I'm running towards him, he compliments my outfit.
Looking sharp.
I feel a strong moral dilemma about putting him down, but the CIA and the drugs told me to do so. I put a bullet in his skull, and I just hope the death was quick. With tears forming in my eyes, I run away from the corpse, unable to look at it without feeling agonizing pain, and make my way back to Janus' house. Outside, I find 3 of his guards packing up the bodies from earlier, so I pull out my striker and kill all 3 of them. I then run inside of the house for no reason, as there's nobody in there. Smart move, Zinnie. Because I'm an idiot, I then realize there are people in the house. They're just in the basement. I go down the stairs and kill the guard right after he realizes my presence. I then turn to face the other target and realize it's the leader of the organization, Janus. As he runs away from me, or well, more like slowly walks away from me, I shoot him in the back, killing the leader of this dangerous organization. I then exfiltrate the area. I then make my way towards a party and shoot this man who stood in my way. I then walk towards the porch and indiscriminately shoot into the crowd. One man looks up at me pleading for his life, saying he has a family. I think he forgot that I didn't ask, so I shoot him multiple times and then I shoot his fleeing wife. Classic Christian prank. My silly antics at the party attract some law enforcement members and members of Nolan Cassidy's personal guard. I find myself in a major gunfight where I almost die. However, I am able to get the upper hand and flee the scene before I am taken out. I come back to the house several minutes later and run upstairs, going into the bathroom and gunning down a terrorist as he puts on a suicide bomb vest in the bathroom before going to Nolan Cassidy's bedroom. I open the door and tap all 4 of them with headshots, taking down the right-hand man of this operation. Now, it's time to eliminate the rest of the terrorists that have taken over Whittleton. Now, because I want to get this video to 10 minutes long, here's a montage of me killing a bunch of people. I followed a woman as she went to the bathroom, and once she came out, she just kind of ignored me. So I shot her multiple times in the back. Women love men who have riz like this, by the way, guys. Back to the montage. After all of this carnage, all of the bloodshed, I have finally reached my final target. Do It Grammar. That's a really stupid fucking name. Honestly, I would feel bad for him, as literally every single person in this town except him just fucking died, but he has a really stupid name. So I run up behind him and shoot him multiple times in the spine, killing him instantly. Agent 47 has now massacred an entire town of people. Still, this isn't the deadliest mass shooting in American history. Agent 47 then slowly walks down the sidewalk to the van that he stole the keys from earlier. He then gets inside and drives out of Whittleton Creek. He had accomplished his mission. The CIA will be very pleased by what he has done. Joe Biden and the liberal elite can now take over the United States with gun control measures and drag queens. If you enjoyed today's video, let me know in the comments. Also, send me your dick pics, as this really helps me make better content. I work better when I'm aroused. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Later. Can we get much higher? Can we get much higher? Can we get much higher?